I've done this a couple of times now where I watched all of Skibbity Toilet to understand the new craze for Gen Alpha, or all of FNAF lore, or just at least a lot of FNAF lore videos to understand the obsession with that. There's a new obsession that has hit the airwaves. I'm talking about parkour civilization. And if those words mean nothing to you, you're no different than I was 1 week ago. However, it's become a bit of a meme recently, to the point where me just tweeting out what is parkour civilization was met with raucous laughter and insults. I go, what is parkour civilization? And then Trevor says, average beef jumper. All right. Off-brand games says my boss is washed. Unk doesn't know. Ludwig the type of guy to fail a 1-block vertical jump for beef. Bro doesn't know about the 1-block vertical beef jump. What the fuck are they talking about? Okay, grandpa, do you want to take the chance at beef? It's a 1-block vertical jump. Bro, what are we talking about? I don't know, but it seems like everybody else does know. So anyway, look, I've come to find out that Parkour Civilization is a massive YouTube video with 26 million views, okay? Relative to other very viral short form content, what makes the amount of views impressive is that it is attached to a 2-hour-long video, which is crazy. So anyway, boys, today we are going to distill Parkour Civilization as a almost 30-year-old man and try to understand what the youth sees, what they understand. You get me?
Open up. It's time for parkour.
All right, time for my mandatory parkour check. Let's get this over with.
You're late. You know the deal. You can do the 1-block jump for the raw chicken, or you can attempt the 1-block vertical jump for the beef.
Dude, I didn't realize it happens in the first 10 seconds. Why did I think the beef thing was some like deep cut part of the video? It's the first 10 seconds of the video, bro.
Here in Parkour Civilization, no one chooses to jump for the beef. It's better to be safe and do the 1-block jump for the chicken rather than risk your entire life for just half a hunger bar more.
Tomorrow, you better not be late, or you'll be doing 2-block jumps as punishment.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
You only get 1 meal a day. You guys have to know that you only get 1 meal a day.
Sorry, I won't be late next time. Down here, us parkour noobs only get fed once a day. 1 piece of raw chicken is just enough to get you to the next day. But that's the life of Parkour Civilization. If you want to survive, you have to parkour. Every parkour noob has the same goal, and that's to make it to the top layer where all the parkour pros live. Except most parkour pros are born on the top layer. If you're a parkour noob, there's only one way up, and that is through the Temple of Parkour. The Temple of Parkour is the only structure in the...
Sorry. Okay, my goal is to like synthesize this in a way that makes it accessible to anybody. Yeah, I am struggling a bit. I'm struggling a bit. I know you're saying stop pausing. There's an immersion that you have to do when you're watching this. I'm struggling to do that. I just have to accept that the universe is Parkour Civilization and you only get 1 meal a day. And here's the thing. If you want to make it to where the pros are, you have to go. Like, I just have to suspend my disbelief for a bit. I just do. I will. I can do this.
In my neighborhood, pretty much everyone has fallen into the void and died, except for the guy who lives right next to me. He's been my neighbor for 5 years. No! Why did he try going for the beef? Well, I guess I have to change my statement. I now live in this neighborhood alone.
You know what? And it might seem like a small thing, but that transition from distraught to almost like nonchalance shows that people must be dropping like flies in Parkour Civilization. To form attachment is to make yourself weaker because the weak don't survive.
Parkour Civilization, only parkour pros are allowed to break or place blocks. For parkour noobs, it's strictly prohibited. And unfortunately, I found that out the hard way. A while ago, I was searching around and I somehow stumbled upon an oak log. No one has seen an oak log in years since trees don't exist in Parkour Civilization, so I had to try to take it.
Stop right now.
Oh no, I'm done for.
You really thought you could break that without me noticing? What, were you gonna try to cheat parkour?
No, sir, I didn't try to cheat. I just thought it would be super rare and I wanted to collect it.
Stop talking. Give me 2 jumps jumps now.
2 jumps in a row? Okay, sorry, sir. I'll do it right now.
You know what? You seem a little too happy about 2. Let's make it 3.
Okay, I'll do 3.
You know what? Now let's make it 4 jumps in a row.
4 in a row? Come on. In Parkour Civilization, it should be no surprise that all punishments were just more forms of parkour. And that was the last time I ever tried breaking a block.
Suspend.
You're lucky you got a light punishment. Don't forget, you're at the bottom, so follow the rules.
It's safe to say that if you're at the bottom level of Parkour Civilization, it's not exactly the best. But not everything in Parkour Civilization is that bad. For example, I was able to use parkour to buy the biggest house in the neighborhood. In Parkour Civilization,
How do you get
literally
money?
everything is parkour, and that means parkour has replaced money.
Welcome. Choose which house you want to buy.
It's pretty nice. In Parkour Civilization, all you have to do to buy anything is just make more parkour jumps. I'm not really sure why or how parkour works as a currency, but all I know is I basically bought a 2-story house for free. Somehow when I was buying my house, I convinced myself to go for the ladder jump to buy the bigger house. In Parkour Civilization, parkour jumps with trickier items like ladders are worth more. That's why this jump basically bought me a mansion.
No way. Thank you for buying the big house. Let me take you right to it. Just follow me.
Let's go. This is awesome. I just bought my first house.
I mean, it must be a government subsidized program because presumably they're trying to farm parkour experts to achieve some greater secret or resource that allows them to trickle this money down to even complete noobs, right? It's totally government subsidized. I didn't pre-watch, I swear to God. It has to be a government subsidy. And it has to be a government program, okay? And it's probably some parkour, whatever they call it. It might not be called government, but like some legion or council.
Last thing, I just need to check if your parkour jump is good.
How are you supposed to check if it's good? Wait, what the? Did this guy for real just jump off? I'm really confused. Is he alive? Why did he do that?
All right, just wanted to confirm that your house is ready to move in. The guy did in fact die, so everything should be good.
That guy seriously died?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a part of the job. Enjoy your house.
Look at that. Wow. The replaceability of jobs in Parkour Civilization. You died? Guess what? Within 30 seconds, a new guy is there to take over your job. That's crazy.
No one really remembers how Parkour Civilization started. Most of the parkour noobs down here at least think that...
Wrong. Nobody remembers. That's wrong. Nobody's allowed to know anymore. They don't want people to remember. Okay? Because if they knew, that would change the dynamic. It must be ingrained in culture and people accept it as life. As opposed to, why are we doing this? When you start to unravel that, well, then everything changes. The order changes.
The parkour pros were the ones who started it. But the truth is, I think I was the one who started it. For some reason, I can't remember the best, but I'm pretty sure this is how the story went.
See what?
Yo, see what? Yo. Hello? Bro, you think I could get a diamond real quick? I was mining for like 3 hours and I only found 2 diamonds. I just want to make a diamond pickaxe.
Sorry. Don't have any to spare.
Bro, come on. Don't be like that. You were literally just holding one. Dude, just give me one and I'll pay you back later. I just need a pickaxe.
Alright, fine. Give me 1 second. If you want a diamond, you gotta give me something. Alright, watch out. Back up for 1 second. Look, if you can make this 4-block jump, I'll pay you 1 diamond.
Make this 4-block jump? Wait, why? Why are you going to pay me to do parkour? What do you even gain from this?
I don't know. I've just never seen anyone do it before. I'd pay to see it done.
Okay, I'll take the offer. Oh, this is so annoying. All right, just give me a second. I know it's possible. I've done it before.
I told you, bro. It's not possible.
Just stop talking and watch.
Isn't it possible?
Do it in like 30 seconds. And there we go. Finally. Look, I told you it was possible.
No way. That was actually incredible. All right, well, I got my money's worth.
Let's go. I got paid for parkour.
If you want, I can keep making more parkour for you to do, and I'll pay you for it.
Are you kidding? Dude, totally. All right, I'll be back here tomorrow, I guess. And this is basically how parkouring for money started. The next day I showed up to Siwat's house. He offered me way more diamonds this time, and he constructed an entire parkour course outside of his house to do. But little did we know that this parkour course would completely change the way that the world works. Soon after this event, the Parkour Civilization began. Now...
Well, how are you a noob in it if you're the founder of it? Nah, I don't know if I'm buying this anymore. I know I'm still suspending. That is weird. Okay, we must be missing some information if Evbo started the parkour thing and is literally a noob.
Now that I think about it, there's kind of an unexplainable gap between those events and now, but oh well.
Parkour check time. You got...
Okay, that's how they explained it. I was like, how are they going to explain this like weird gap in time? They'll call it unexplainable. Okay.
30 seconds.
Another beautiful morning, and I have to parkour for some more raw chicken that will make me starve even more. All right, I'm here.
1 block for raw chicken, 1 block vertical for beef. What are you choosing today?
Considering my neighbor just died for going for the beef, I'm just gonna go with the chicken again.
Keep in mind, there's a ticket event today. It's gonna be about 200 blocks west.
This was huge news. If there actually was a ticket event today, I would need to go for the beef. Ticket events are usually far away, and I would starve by the time I got there if I chose the chicken. But luckily, I got the beef.
No
Because the thing is, you only get 1 meal a day.
way. You made that jump? You might become a parkour pro one day.
Wait, you really think I could rank up to be a parkour pro?
Not a chance. You're a parkour noob. You guys never rank up.
It's important to know that parkour pros have really big egos, and they like to put down the parkour noobs. This was an important day.
That's systemic, okay? Because they know what it took to get to where they are. And oftentimes, when people get to a certain point of power, they are comfortable there and fear the work to go even higher. So what do they try to do? They try to keep everybody else below them as opposed to doing the work to climb above. So it's no longer, oh, I'm not working hard enough. Oh, I'm not adapting enough. It's now like, oh, these other people like have it too easy. Like they don't have to do what I do to get like all that shit.
This was only the second time I've jumped for the beef, and now I have a chance to earn a ticket. The ticket events are so risky because they're located so far away. If I wasn't paying attention, I could miss just one of these 1 block jumps, and my entire
This is
chances
me
of becoming
farming
a
CS
parkour
in
pro
League of
would be
Legends.
over. But luckily, I made it to the ticket event. When I got here, there were only 3 parkour noobs in line to do the parkour course. Most noobs don't even show up for the courses anymore, because if you miss 1 jump, you end up like this guy. And that's the price you pay if you want a ticket to be a parkour pro. I watched as the second noob fell to the void. Hey man, do you think you could go already?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of nervous I'm gonna fall.
Is that not Pedo Bear? I don't know if I'm aging myself. Is that Pedo Bear?
No, you don't need to be nervous. I'm sure
I don't
you're
think
fine.
we'll
Oh,
have to worry about it for too long is what I was going to say.
shoot. Okay. Never mind then. You see, every week the ticket challenge changes, and it's completely random. And this week's course was extremely difficult. There was a 2-block jump to get to the ticket, and if you get it, a 2-block jump to get out of it. Here's the thing about Parkour Civilization. Parkour can be used for anything, and that includes bribing parkour pros. Check this out. If I do a parkour jump with the 360, will you replace one of the 2-block jumps with a 1-block jump?
You want to do a 1 block jump with a 360? Fine. There's no way you're gonna make it, but I'll accept.
Let's go, the parkour pro accepted by bribe. And now I have another problem. I have to do a 360? Have I even done this before? Whatever, I'm just gonna go for it. Please make it. No way, I actually did it. All right, deal's a deal, right?
I'm not gonna lie. That was the coolest thing I've seen a parkour noob do. Well,
Yeah, I was totally ready for the fucking asshole parkour pro to be like, nah, man, that was a 270. Or like, you know what? I changed my mind. He's like, nah, that was actually fucking fire, bro. That was actually fucking dope and shit.
Next bro is gonna tell us that the dude's shirt is green because of how envious he is of the parkour pros' societal status.
Look, I'm an English major. It is my job to distill media. In college, it was books. Now it is YouTube videos, okay? Everything is done with intention. Unless it's not, and then it's bad narrative.
the deal's a deal. Here you go.
Let's go. Now there was only 1 2-block jump in the course.
Still gotta make the first 2-block jump, noob.
Yeah, whatever. Just let me do the course, bro. This was my best chance to finally earn a ticket. If I actually get this ticket, I could access the parkour temple and make my way up into a better life as a parkour pro. There was no turning back now. I had to start the course. Most parkour noobs aren't experienced with diagonal jumps, but somehow I got past it. And now was the 2-block jump. This was life or death. I closed my eyes and I went for it. I expected to be falling thousands of feet per second into the void, but to my surprise, I was standing on the platform with the ticket. And
what makes this harder is the fact that if you don't know, they only get 1 meal a day. Did you know that if you live in Parkour Civilization, you only get 1 meal a day? Because they can't sprint. Because they only get 1 meal a day. Like, I feel like you guys aren't really listening. Like, you're hearing it. You're not freaking listening. They only get 1 meal a day.
Now, I got a mansion in a new neighborhood where, not to my surprise, everyone fell into the void, so it's just me living here. The house
Woodhouses look
is
so
definitely a
much
bit of
nicer.
a downgrade from my previous mansion, but
It's not a
still
downgrade
a two-story
visually.
house, and it has a painting, which is something you don't really see that often in Parkour
You can definitely walk
Civilization.
through that
I just
painting, I'm
keep
telling you right
wondering
now.
what my life would have been like if I actually made it to the pro civilization. Now, I don't think I'll ever figure out what it looks like up there. I just wish that... Whoa, what was that? When
I didn't pre-watch. It was fucking obvious.
This painting was covering something. I walked through the painting and it revealed a secret door. For some reason, this house I bought had some hidden passage. Whoever made this was obviously trying to hide something. But what was it? There was a ladder that led to the bottom floor, and when I got down there, I found a man. Somehow there was already someone living
Parasite.
here. By their leather boots, I could tell it was a parkour noob. This was obviously some mistake. I went to go leave, but then
Wait, don't leave.
the man spoke to me. He said he's been watching me.
I watched you enter the Temple of Parkour. I think you have what it takes to rank up.
I'm sorry, man.
This is the hero's journey. This is the hero's journey. He is going to die, but before he dies, he will impart knowledge and wisdom to set our hero on his path.
Man, I'm gonna be a parkour noob forever.
No, there is still a way I can get you a ticket.
Wait. What are you talking about?
When I was younger, I earned myself a ticket, but I never used it. Instead, I hid it far, far away.
The old man said it wasn't his destiny to rank up to be a pro, but it was mine. He brought out a compass and he threw it to me. He told me that if I followed this compass, I'll find the hidden ticket. This was the second chance I was looking for. I had no way of knowing whether the old man was telling the truth or not, but at this point, I had nothing to lose. Maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. All I know is that I wasn't done with Parkour Civilization just yet.
I hate everything about this video. It's so, like... I would never be caught dead admitting that publicly because it's so obvious that your media literacy levels are on the freaking floor. like, what do you watch? Freaking My Little Pony? Like, buddy, this is cinema in front of your eyes, okay? Go watch Avengers Endgame. Come back to us.
Is even real.
We'll still be watching.
Mysterious old man gave. Luckily, I made it to the top without falling into the void. I didn't see anything at first glance, but when I pulled out my compass, I was in the right place. I didn't get it. The compass was pointing me to the exact block I was standing on. The ticket should be here, unless the old man hid the ticket out of sight and put it underground. If I broke this grass block and a parkour pro catches me, I would for sure be going back to prison for life this time. But if I'm gonna have any shot at making it up to the parkour pro civilization, I'm gonna take that chance. Well, here goes nothing. I broke the block, and underground there was a chest. I couldn't believe it. I had actually found the ticket. But when I opened the chest, something was wrong. There was no ticket to be found, just a barrier. The old man lied to me. There was no ticket to get up to the...
It's not a barrier. It's a no barrier. You don't even know, man. Wake up. This is Parkour Civilization, bro.
There had to be some explanation for this. Well, if I'm lucky to survive the trip back, I can ask him why he sent me all the way out here just to get a barrier block, which is also illegal to have. By some miracle, I made it back to the parkour checkpoint without falling.
Hey, you. You were the last one to see the pro stationed here. What happened to him?
Oh, I showed him a backwards jump and then he tried it for himself and then fell.
You? A backwards jump? Are you serious?
Yeah?
Okay, now I have to try. So you just go backwards?
Oh, okay, and he's gone too. Am I gonna be blamed?
Okay. I am actually getting into this. I'm going to say it. We're 25 minutes in. I'm understanding the plot. I'm excited for him to go to the pro area because I want to see what it looks like. I'm going to complain about one thing right now. I'm going to complain. The vine booms are going to take off 6 months of my life. I think this is the highest density of vine booms I have listened to in my life.
Now it's time to ask this old man why in the world he sent me out there to retrieve this. All right, bro, are you gonna explain to me why when I got down to the basement, the old man was nowhere to be found. All that was left was a hole in the ground. Did he jump into the void on purpose? I don't understand what's going on. That's when I paid attention to the item that was left on the ground. I knew what it was before I even picked it up. It was a ticket to rank up to become a parkour pro.
I'm sorry, did the old man kill himself? That's kind of dark, no? The old man just fucking axed his head off? Oh. Or was he killed?
Man had it on him the
Oh,
entire
yeah, prison.
time, but still
Prison.
sent me to retrieve the barrier block? The old man wanted me to find this barrier for a reason. And now, this was the sign that I was ready to rank
That
up
barrier
to
is gonna
become
be
a parkour
important.
pro. It was
It's
time
gonna
to
be
head
important.
to the parkour temple. And for the first time in my life, I was actually on the parkour course. Now, all I had to do was just take it one jump at a time. The first section was the stone blocks. So far, I've only encountered 1 block vertical jumps, but they were nothing I couldn't
That's
handle.
easy.
Even though I had been on
Hey,
the course for a
we do that when we get our beef. You know what I mean? These are just beef jumps.
good amount of time, I was still ways away from making it to the top. After I passed the stone block section, I moved on to the stone slab section. Slabs aren't too common in the noob level of parkour civilization, but luckily this section wasn't too hard. But it was the next section I was worried about, the stair
A
jumps.
diagonal
this next
one
jump I had
jump.
to complete was by far the hardest jump
That's
I've
a
ever
two
seen.
block,
it was a 2-block
one
jump,
up?
but I had to
Wow.
go up half a block. But I didn't come all this way to give up. I went for the jump, but I jumped too early. I thought this was it, but by some miracle, a block below me broke my fall, and I only took 2.5 hearts of
Okay,
damage. But that was
I'm not even lying. I just got chills. I just joined 5 minutes ago. Can you catch me up to speed? I'm sorry, I can't. Not even like trying to be an asshole. It's like we're watching the fucking final season of Attack on Titan, and you're like, what happened? It's like, where do we start? You know what I mean? Like, buddy, they still haven't fucking broke into the walls for you. You know what I mean? Like, we're on different timelines.
the void. All I had to do was sneak and stay on the course, and that's when I got to the point when the jump stopped. I was so high off the ground now, but I knew I was at the end. I climbed up the stairs until I was face to face with the entrance to the Parkour Pro civilization. This was it. I was about to be the first noob
Is that
in
a
history to
3-block
rank
jump?
up, but
That's
then
impossible.
the realization hit me. The last jump to get to the Parkour Pro civilization was a 3-block jump.
That's
It was
impossible.
Impossible. This was why no noob has ever ranked up to become a pro. The course was impossible to begin with. But then I remembered the barrier. This is what the old man wanted me to use it for. He knew the course was impossible, and he wanted to give me a chance to rank up. I placed down the barrier block, and I made the 2-block jump. I did it. I actually did it. I was the first noob in history to ever complete this course. No one at the bottom level knows what society is like up here, and I was gonna be the first one to figure it out. What was it gonna be like?
And it was all thanks to the old man.
I turned the corner and I saw a parkour pro just standing there. Hi.
What the? Who are you? Where did you come from?
I came from the noob level. I just beat the course and ranked up.
Wow, I was not expecting this. I'm not sure what to do here. Just go over there and throw your leather boots in the lava.
All right, time to get my iron boots.
Yes, sir. One ranked up. A noob by the name of Evbo. Yes, sir. I'll keep an eye on him.
And that was it. That was the last time I would ever wear leather boots again for the rest of my life.
See, I can already fucking tell, because I consider everything in the first area, season 1. I can already tell season 2 is going to go so hard because we've moved on from narrative exposition, first person point of view, to now the narrator's not privy to all the information that the viewer is, because we get some secret conversations between, you know, one of the grunts and presumably some like upper boss man. Like season 2, like the thing about season 1 is you have to watch it to get season 2. But season 1 is the worst season. And I haven't seen the rest. I just know that's going to be facts. But it's like, yeah, you got to get through it. You know what I mean? It's like One Piece.
Congratulations on becoming a parkour pro. You can now head up those steps and begin your life in parkour pro civilization.
Those were the exact words I wanted to hear. This is it. When I walk up these steps, I will be at the top level of parkour civilization. When I walked into the temple, I immediately saw massive statues. These statues looked like they were showing the parkour noobs and the parkour pros. They even had their boots on. This place is insane. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, look at these statues.
Gold
What
boots.
the? Gold boots? Who wears gold boots? This doesn't make any sense. What is this?
Diamond
Am I
boots.
not at the top of parkour civilization? To rank up to a parkour pro, I had to be the first noobs, and I was official when I realized I truly wasn't even close to civilization.
It's like One Piece. Sometimes there's filler within the episodes. You just have to skip through the filler. But like, we already know that. We just watched it.
So who are the people above us then? What's above a pro?
It's probably best I just show you. Here, come with me.
My neighbor started telling me everything there was to know about parkour civilization. He brought me back to the parkour temple where all the statues were. He explained how parkour civilization starts at the noob level, and at level 2, you become a parkour pro. Then, there were the parkour masters. If you were lucky enough to rank up, you get gold boots and you become a master. My neighbor said that parkour masters never come down to the pro level, but if they do ever come down, it's a parkour pro's nightmare. He said the parkour masters are ruthless. And then he walked over to the largest statue, the one with the diamond boots. He said that this was the parkour champion. He said that most people down here don't even believe that the champion is real, but the stories say there can only be one parkour champion. Whoever that was lives at the top of parkour civilization, which means if I was gonna make it to the top, I would have to become a parkour champion. My first day as a parkour pro was strange. For once, no one was at my door making me parkour for food. But then the question was,
But think about it. If you're the parkour champion, what do? You set up society in a way so you stay the parkour champion. The goal is not to be replaced, not to be improved upon. It is to keep your position of power. That's what I'm expecting to have happen. Honest to God, if this is going the direction I think it's currently going, there's probably going to be a January 6th style outbreak with some of the pros. I'm expecting that.
But that's when I saw what everyone was waiting in line for. There was a dispenser at the end of the structure. The pro in front of me picked up 2 items, but the only thing I saw them holding was a piece of paper. What could be so valuable about that piece of paper that people would wait in line this long for? When it was my turn,
The
I
Bible.
clicked the button, and I got a piece of steak. So this is how the parkour pros get food. Then I received the piece of paper. The paper said farm work equals 15 minutes. And this is when I realized how life was different on the pro level of parkour civilization. Instead of parkouring for food like the noobs do, the pros parkour for work. Just like the guy who sold me my house, the guards in parkour prison, or even the pros that fed me every day. They were all just completing their daily task that they got from this piece of paper.
Wow. Look at that. You are handed out your orders. Why would people do them? And I guess the answer is because everyone probably holds on to some belief or hope that they might be the champion one day, or that they just don't want to go down in society's ranking, probably more accurately.
Before this, I had never seen an animal in parkour civilization, but this is the place they were all kept. This place was responsible for feeding all of the parkour pros and all of the parkour noobs. And it should be no surprise that in parkour civilization,
Do you think he's
even
gonna
the
skim a little
animals
off the
had
top?
to do a parkour course. My daily task meant that I had to watch all of the animals that did the parkour course. Oh man, this job is terrible. Now I'm just gonna have to watch a cow fall off and die. Whoa, what the? Oh my god, this cow is cooking. How did he even do that? The parkour pros only eat the meat from the animals that complete the parkour course. They
got Minecraft Wagyu. Yeah, no, we feed the cows nothing but chicken eggs, and they do parkour to develop their muscle fibers.
say it enhances your parkour abilities. As for the other animals that don't make the course, well, that's where the meat comes from on the noob level. And some noob's gonna have to eat that. Wow, I cannot say I missed that. Parkour pros
Kill me,
do
bro.
their daily tasks
I would rather die than start eating some fucking parkourless meat. So fatty and unrefined.
for a reason. Once you've completed the task that you got on your piece of paper, you take it to the training grounds. This place is basically the only reason parkour pros are incentivized to work. This is because this is the only place in parkour civilization where you can practice parkour without worrying about falling to the lower level. The entrance to the training grounds is blocked by a barrier, and the only way in is to throw in your slip of paper once you've completed the work.
Okay, so we theorized, and I saw some people in chat saying the reason you work is for food to survive. It turns out the reason you work is to improve your craft risk-free. That changes everything. That changes everything, because now it's a much more interesting dynamic, you know?
The daily task I completed gave me 15 minutes of practice time.
Hey, you want to come with me to get our daily jobs? I don't want to be late.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do my daily task. I think I'm just gonna chill today, honestly.
What? What do you mean you're gonna chill? You're not gonna get your daily tasks? Are you sure about that?
What? I mean, no one says we have to, so what's the problem?
I don't know. I just have never seen anyone not do their daily task.
Wow.
He's going to create an uprising. Oh my God, maybe it's a story of capitalism and the proletariat rising up against the bourgeoisie.
Maybe I'm teaching the parkour pros that they don't have to parkour all the time. Hey, can anyone tell me what's going on?
Dude, don't say anything and look straight ahead.
Why? Can't someone just explain what's happening? But that's when it happened. Not too far ahead, someone dropped down from the sky. It was a parkour master.
One of you was supposed to design a new course, but someone didn't do their task. Who was it?
Oh no, I'm done for. Why does this have to be me? I watched as the parkour master interrogated each and every one of the parkour pros, knowing that sooner or later, he was gonna show up where I was.
You. What was your task?
My task? I was selling houses to noobs on the bottom level.
Someone already did that task. Prepare for a parkour battle.
A parkour battle?
The parkour battle starts now.
This is...
Sorry, okay. Okay, of course. Yeah, of course. It's the parkour civilization. Of course you would settle beefs in a parkour battle. You know, and this is going to be tough. Because we got to contextualize this is the parkour master going up against not just a parkour pro, but a newly minted parkour pro. That's tough. That is tough.
It's just great. Why does my first parkour battle have to be
Nothing better than you're watching an anime and you get to the fight episode. Right? Like, okay, exposition's over. We just get to watch the fight scene now.
For my first attack, I built a 1-block jump and I did a 360. Maybe,
Whoa.
just maybe,
I low-key think the main character is really good at like 360 and backwards jumps.
there was a chance this would work.
Wow, a 360? I've never done that before, but if you did it, it can't be that hard.
Let's go. He's never done it before. I needed him to fail this jump.
What? How? Who even does 360s? What is this?
By some miracle, my attack against the parkour master was successful. I think
No
I
way.
found his weakness. He couldn't do a 360. Now, both the parkour master and I were at 2 hearts. The next person to land an attack would win the parkour battle. All right, you ready for a 3-block jump with a 360?
No, stop. I yield. You win the parkour battle.
What? Are you serious? No way. I actually won the parkour battle? Somehow I beat a parkour master.
Because you beat me, I have something that can help you rank up to become a parkour master.
I could become a parkour master?
a
The
ticket?
master said that the course to becoming a parkour master would be impossible, but he had something that could help me along the way. He pulled out an item and threw it on the ground. I went to pick it up and I figured out that it was a totem of
That is
undying.
so
He
big.
said somewhere in the course there is a jump that I won't survive, and I'll know it when I see it. He told me to go attempt the course to rank up and find this jump. He said to find any information about the secret to completing that jump, because if I can figure out how to make the jump, I could rank up to become a parkour master. I went back to the other neighborhood where I found the old man. It just seemed so weird that he disappeared out of nowhere. I wanted to see if there's a chance that he came back, but when I got to the house, a parkour master walked out the front door. Luckily, I wasn't spotted. What was a parkour master doing all the way at the noob level? And why did he come from this house? When I thought the coast was clear, I made my way over. This couldn't be a coincidence. This is the only house I've seen with a secret room, and now a parkour master shows up here? Does the master even know about the secret room? I went to go inside, but something was wrong. There was no secret doorway. It was gone. I was sure this was the right house.
What if the parkour, the old man is the parkour champion and he wants to find somebody new to replace him. And Evbo's one of the few humble people who he has handpicked as his replacement.
That parkour master must have came here to block up the entrance. I sat there thinking about why the parkour master would do that, but nothing made sense to me. I got back up to the pro level, dropped off my daily task paper, and got ready to climb the parkour temple. Now I had one thing to worry about, and that was making this initial course to...
Oh, we're not even halfway. Oh my God, fuck. Okay, lock in.
Get into the temple. I wasn't worried about falling. I was worried about wasting my totem of undying. I climbed to the top of the ladder, and now I was really at the start of the course. Any fall from this height would result in death. And of course I have to do fence jumps as the very first section. I held out my totem of undying and I climbed on the course to begin. Fence jumps were my worst nightmare, but so far I've made 3 in a row.
You bring a pen and paper, you write down the exact order, you do your job, you get 15 minutes in the practice range, you set this up 1 for 1.
But I soon realized that's all I needed to do because I think I found the impossible jump. What is this jump? Is this a 4-block vertical fence jump? There's no way this is the right way, right? But there was nowhere else to go. This was clearly the right path, but this jump it had to be impossible. Well, the master gave me a totem for a reason. I attempted the jump,
Nah, you're dumb as shit. That was not the jump.
but got nowhere close to even making it. That was it. That was my one chance to use the Totem of Undying, and I'm just hoping that that was the jump he was talking about. Now, I had to study the jump, and I knew just the way to do that. Fortunately, it was my neighbor who was working as the parkour delivery service today. Hey, I need a jump built in my house. Follow me. I need to show you what it looks like. And after paying for his services, I now have this impossible parkour jump inside my own house. Now I can study this jump every single day. It turns out the jump was a 3-block vertical jump, but with the fences, it turns into a 4-block. It was actually impossible. So what was I missing here? I couldn't just practice this jump because parkour civilization laws state all jumps inside your home must have a risk of dying. So practicing wasn't gonna be my best option. This doesn't make any sense. I'll think about it tomorrow, I guess. I was gonna leave it, but that's when I slipped. No! I thought I was dead until I wasn't. What? How am I alive? My journey in parkour civilization should have ended. I was supposed to die there, but a barrier block caught my fall. This barrier block had to have been placed by someone, right? Unless it wasn't. The guy who came to deliver parkour used a device that copied every single block from the impossible jump. That had to be it. The barrier was from the impossible jump. This is what the parkour master wanted me to find. It was the way to get past the impossible jump. And now that I know about it, I can actually rank up to become a parkour master.
Oh my god. That is so lucky. So basically there's a jump, right? It's an impossible jump. He uses an undying totem to attempt the jump, dies attempting the jump, but because the undying totem lives. Brings up a guy whose job it is to set up parkour for you, brings him all the way to the temple and has him copy it bar for bar as opposed to rebuilding it because it's so complicated. Because he copies it bar for bar, it also copies the secret barrier block that exists to actually complete the puzzle. And the only reason that could have all happened is because he died in the first place. So I don't think he needed to have died, but in a roundabout way, it's the only reason he's alive.
And I used my entire time in the training grounds practicing those jumps. By the end of the hour, I felt like I had unlocked parkour abilities I've never had before. I was speedrunning through fence jumps and trapdoor jumps easily. 3-block jumps weren't even a challenge for me by the end of my training. And that's how I knew that it was time to head to the parkour temple and do the course to become a parkour master.
Yes, sir. He's heading to the parkour temple now. Don't worry, sir. I have something planned. I can promise you he's not making it out alive.
This was it. It was time to start the journey up the parkour temple. But the fence jumps weren't what I was worried about. It was this, the impossible jump. This is when I find out if the secret path is real or not. I studied where the barrier block was in my house.
So instead of going for the jump, you walk straight off.
If I wanted to land on the barrier, I would have to walk off the fence. If I jumped, I would miss the block. And that's assuming it was even there. But there's only one way to find out. I walked off the ledge, and I was alive, was here. The secret path was real. Now I knew it was possible. It was possible to become a parkour master. I looked around for where to go next, and I saw the outline of a barrier 3 blocks to my left. And I saw the staircase of barriers that would lead up back onto the parkour course. I've never done invisible parkour before, but there's a first time for everything. I made the 3-block jump, and I was on the secret path. I didn't understand. Did someone make the secret path, or was the course designed like this from the beginning? Either way, however the secret path got there, it got me back on the course. The last door jump was a 3.5-block jump. It was far, but it wasn't going to be the jump that stopped me from ranking up. And that's when I saw one of the hardest jumps I've ever seen. Oh no, this could be the end of me. Come on, please hang on. Oh, that was
nice.
Too close. I was inches away from slipping off the ladder, but by some miracle, I was still on the course. Now, I was parkouring on fully grown trees. I didn't even know trees still existed in parkour civilization, but I didn't have time to focus on that right now. I was looking at the last jumps, and I realized I was almost at the top. I was actually gonna do it. Now, I was standing on one of the final jumps of the course, but I've been practicing for this moment. I used my
full
momentum
speed.
to do all 5 jumps in a row.
Smart.
In less than 10 jumps, I would be a parkour master. Now, I was at a tricky part. I've never even seen chain jumps before, but compared to surviving a surprise attack and parkour battle, it was nothing to me anymore. I made the final chain jump, and I was 1 jump away from becoming a parkour master. This was it. This was what everything was leading up to. The old man that helped me, the parkour master that gave me the totem, they all wanted me to make it to this point, and I wasn't gonna let them down. I jumped, and I made it. I did it. I actually did it. I turned around and looked at how high I was off the ground. I had beaten the course that no pro even attempts to do. And now I'm about to rank up. Once I step through these doors, I will no longer be a parkour pro. I will be a parkour master. The door opened, revealing an entirely different room. All of the walls were made up of quartz. What was society even gonna look like up here? I looked over and I saw a lava parkour jump with dispensers in the middle. Oh, I know what this is.
Time
this
for
would
gold
hopefully be
boots.
the last time I ever have to wear pro boots again. I took off my boots and threw them in the lava. And now I just gotta make sure I don't fail this jump. I jumped through the dispensers and I was equipped with golden boots. I was now officially a parkour master. I walked up the stairs and I started to see the inside of the
who the
parkour
masters
temple.
are.
All right, I think I'm ready to see what society's like up here. I walked up the stairs into the Parkour Master Society. Oh my. This is what parkour civilization looks like as a master. Up here, only the best of the best can survive all of the jumps.
That shit looked like a Dubai mall.
I made my way over to the shop where I was gonna buy my first house as a parkour master. I walked inside and this store looked nothing like all of the other shops I bought houses from. Instead, there was just one giant hole in the middle. Okay.
That shit looked like a Prada store.
Hey, don't tell me I have to do this jump to buy a skyscraper. Is this even possible?
Okay, clearly you have no idea how this works. You have to build your jump, buddy.
Let's go. I could build my own jump to pay for my house? All right, what am I gonna build? Wait, how do I even know this is gonna be enough to buy the house? Can't you just tell me how much the house costs?
No, that's your job. Just warning you, if you don't pay enough, I'm not gonna sell you a house.
Okay, I have to guess the price. That's just great. Let's just...
Dude, yeah, it is like, this isn't, oh my God, chat. You might be like, what a fucking stupid narrative device to say that the masters have to guess how much they have to pay for their house. Bro, that's taxes every year. That's literally how it works. You guess how much taxes you owe, and then if you're wrong, guess what? You're in fucking trouble, buster. Damn. It's an allegory for the fucking broken tax system.
Okay, let's see. This is a 3-block jump and then into a 2-block jump. Oh God, I have an idea.
I would do a 3-block and do a 2-block 360.
I'm gonna buy a parkour skyscraper.
I think that's what he's gonna do. 3 and a 2 360
This is such a bad idea. Why am I doing this? Whatever. I'm just gonna go for it. 1, 2. Oh, I cannot believe I just made that.
I've never even seen a 360, but you just paid me with 2 in a row. This is...
That was nuts. I knew the 360 was coming because that's his special power, right? It's like watching any fucking anime sports show. And it's like, oh yeah, he's going to do the thing where he sets the ball really well again, but in a different way. I didn't expect, and even though I knew it was coming, he was going to do a 360, I did not expect the double.
This is incredible. Let me show you to your parkour skyscraper.
If there's one thing I know about life in parkour civilization, it's that a 360 can solve everything.
Your new house.
True.
I have to parkour delivery here.
Come in.
All right, let's hope I can do this job well. Hey there, you wanted some parkour built, right?
Yeah, that's right. I ordered my new chain couch. You can put it right over there.
I can't say I've heard of a chain couch before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. All right, I think I built this right. Is this what you wanted?
Oh, yeah, this is a real couch. Maybe if you're as rich as me one day, you can afford one of these.
Sure. Well, I hope you enjoy your new... Oh, shoot, no, bro.
I'm
Am I serious?
so fucking sick of him doing that bit. If I see one more person go, yup, thank you very much, and killing them, I'm losing it.
I knew giving you that Totem of Undying was a good choice. Now that you ranked up, you have the chance to save all of parkour civilization by becoming the champion.
Save parkour civilization? Wait, what are you talking about? Why do I need to be the
what's
one to become the
okay, let me guess. The threat to parkour civilization would likely be... Well, honestly, to me, it looks like the unfair caste system that forces noobs to stay noobs, pros to stay pros, and masters to stay masters. But if there's some outside force, it would probably be the lack of actual bartering or fiat currency in the economy. That also is an issue.
Parkour champion.
You don't understand. We are at war. We thought all hope was lost before you ranked up. You don't understand. People aren't supposed to rank up, but you did it anyways. You need to come with me now.
What is going on? There's a parkour war and somehow I'm supposed to be the champion? Oh, what am I getting myself into? I should have never ranked up. I was happy in my mansion. I traveled north like the master told me to. And all the way at the top, I saw the parkour highway I needed to get to. There was no turning back now. Going up this might be a one-way trip. But if what I was doing actually could save parkour civilization, then someone's got to be the one to do it.
That's a big
why
jump.
not me? I didn't even know if this jump was possible.
I don't think it
I'm gonna
is.
regret this. I backed up to get momentum and I jumped. No. I thought it was too short, but I made it. Okay, that was way too close. That better be the last time I do something like that. Well, it's been a good run. This next jump was a 4-block jump. I don't think I've ever done a 4-block jump straight up before, but the master said that this mission would be difficult, and if there's someone to do it, it was gonna be me. I got momentum, and I made the 4-block jump.
Is that actually easier if you get momentum like that? Is there like a... Because I thought if you just sprinted on one block, you would reach max speed. It's required. Oh. So, okay. Okay, I'll wait. I didn't know that.
Oh, 4-block jump down, and now, oh my god, what is this?
Oh,
I stood on a path of ice
you need to go... It's like Minecraft BLJs, right? Because if you jump your head on the roof, you go faster, and then you'll get more speed on the ice block. You'll be able to...
blocks, and at the
I know
end,
this one.
there was a jump way too far to even comprehend. Okay, well, I get one chance at this. Oh man, if only I was rich enough to buy ice blocks to practice. Oh, I do
Well, that
not
was
want to do that
easy.
again. There must be a parkour god looking out for me. Okay, back to the
He could have
secret
done
mission.
7
Now,
blocks
I was
there.
just hoping I didn't walk into an ambush. And all I saw was some weird pedestal in the middle and some giant screen. What is this thing? This looks so... What
Read the pedestal.
Look, I told you it was possible.
I got my money's worth.
Let's go. I got paid for parkour.
If you want, I can keep making more parkour for you to do, and I'll pay you for it.
Whoa, what just happened? How did I see that vision? That's my memory, isn't it? That's Siwat. I've lived that before. What is going on? I walked over to the screen and opened the book on the desk. It said, enter user. Well, I was here for information, wasn't I? Might as well see what this does. I put my name into the book and put it back on the desk, and text appeared on the screen. Rank? Noob. Wait, how? I'm a master though. But before I could think any further, someone appeared right behind me. Before they saw me, I ran and hid behind the bush. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good.
Okay. We're being maybe a little crazy when we say hiding behind the bush here, right? We're at not to age myself, but we're at this level of hiding behind the bush.
So far, the person didn't see me, but that's when someone else came into the room. It was Siwat. I know him, don't I? He's from my memory. I saw him walk up to the desk and start putting something in the book. And the player that was on the pedestal started moving. I watched as this player with no boots walked up to a parkour jump and failed the 1-block jump.
And we got another noob. Good. We needed more of those.
What is going on here?
You can come out from behind that bush, you know.
Oh.
This is where players spawn. This is the starting world. This is purgatory. Players spawn here, and they're given an initial rank before they've lived a life. Siwat is the architect.
Oh no, this is not good. Okay, time to improvise.
I mean, bro, the bush is see-through. You really thought that was gonna work?
Okay, can you just tell me what's going on? Why did I see you when I stepped on that pedestal? We know each other. That's our memory.
Nope. That's just what every new person sees. It's a fake memory to make you think that parkour is how you succeed in life. I mean, why else would people parkour if it wasn't for money or social status?
So it was all just a lie? I don't get it. What is this for? These 3 jumps. That new player just fell through on the first one. What happened to him? Siwat explained that these 3 jumps decide whether a new player becomes a noob, a pro, or a master. These 3 jumps right when you join Parkour Civilization decide your entire fate? How is that fair?
It's not about fair. It's about order. If you can't parkour, you deserve to be at the bottom.
This is so messed up. This is so messed up. How?
But why is there no room then, Siwat, to improve? If you say you deserve to be on the bottom, do you not also deserve to try again? If the goal is to have the best parkour, should upwards growth not be rewarded? Won't that lead to a stagnant group of masters? unable to perform anything outside of the routine 3-block diagonal jumps?
So what happens now?
Despite my best efforts to get rid of you, I couldn't do it, so someone else will.
Siwat placed down a parkour jump made out of brewing stands. I've never even heard of parkour with brewing stands before.
Nah, see what actually just doing. He's fucking getting weird with it, low key. Like, brewing stand to brewing stand. Like, what are we doing here, man? We went from parkour civilization of playing like a grown-up version of the floor is lava. Brewing stands ain't it.
Interesting thing about brewing stand jumps, they aren't just difficult, but they can deal any potion effect you want.
This was it. I had no brewing stands to defend myself. I took the hit and slowly started fading away.
Have fun with the champion in the arena.
Okay, never mind. That was actually kind of beast. I didn't realize it did an effect. Wait, what do you mean the arena?
No pressure at all, just 1 minute before I fight the parkour champion. Alright, I'm gonna take 32 blocks. I really just hope there's a chance that the greatest player in parkour civilization doesn't know how to do a 360.
Before you step into the arena, drop all of your blocks. I need to count if you're bringing 64.
These are the blocks I'm bringing. It should add up to 64.
You're good. You may now fight the parkour champion.
Okay, sorry. My immersion was a bit ruined there. There's no fucking way you counted the blocks when they were thrown out because multiple blocks don't really signify how many there actually are. You would have needed to pick them up and then redrop them. I'll move on.
This was it. One way or another, this would be my final battle in parkour civilization. The door opened and I stepped in to the parkour arena. It was time to fight.
All of this parkour just to die by the champion.
This
Whoa. Okay, I expected a plot twist. I thought the champion might be Siwat or maybe the old master. It's a new person. It's just an actual villain.
Was it. Standing in front of me was the champion of parkour civilization. I watched as the parkour champion built his first attack, and it was a 5-block jump.
If you beat me in this battle, you become the parkour champion, and you could be the one that makes the rules. But this is my parkour civilization, and I never lose.
The parkour champion made the 5-block jump. It's not possible. It's just not. I can't do it. This was it. This was the end. There was no second chance, no backup I could call for, nothing to get me out of this. I lost, and I won't be the one to save parkour civilization.
5-block jumps. I'm sorry, I'm like emotional. 5-block jumps are actually impossible, right? How did he do it? Maybe it's not diamond shoes. Maybe he's wearing ice shoes and he's cheating.
Opened my eyes and I was in a place that I knew all too well. I was down at the bottom. After the battle with the champion, I am now a noob again. I let everyone down. I was supposed to be the one to save parkour civilization, and I couldn't do it. And now the champion gets what he wants. No one can ever rank up ever again. No one's free. Well, it's out of my hands now. There's nothing to do. I mean, maybe I just go back to parkour prison. At least there I could get fed some better food. Rather have fish than raw chicken.
Down at the bottom again, are we?
What?
Who's this guy?
Maybe I was wrong about you.
You were wrong about me? Wait, who are you?
Something tells me you already know the answer.
The strange man turned around and he was wearing netherite boots? Oh, I do not want to do that again. There must be a parkour god looking out for me. You're the parkour god? But you were just a myth. Is this all of your doing?
The parkour civilization I created was never intended to divide people, but the new champion had different plans.
And you wanted me to stop the champion, and I couldn't.
This guy's delivering lines like a Super Smash Brothers announcer. Donkey Kong!
As long as you can parkour, there is always a way.
The parkour god dropped a pair of boots on the ground and jumped away. What is going on? I jumped over and grabbed the boots that the parkour god left. These were no ordinary boots. These were diamond. Only the parkour champion wears these. And
Chills.
now I have them. I threw away my leather boots and I put on the champion boots. Immediately, my hunger bar returned to full and I could see above into the upper layers. Oh my god, this is crazy. What is going on? What is going on? I don't know where the parkour god got these boots from or why he would trust me with them, but it didn't matter. This was my second chance. I don't know how I'm gonna get back up to the top, but I'm gonna find a way. Everyone's life depends on this, and that's why I'm gonna be the one to save parkour civilization. Time was running out, meaning I couldn't waste any taking this parkour course slow. And I can't afford to miss a single jump, because if I do...
I'm watching this. I think I could do every jump I've seen so far. Like every single one in Minecraft. I'm just saying.
Well, then I guess the parkour god trusted the wrong person. Luckily, I made the course, and I was now at the master level. I jumped over to the parkour bank. To get back into the arena, I was gonna need more difficult blocks to build parkour with. And upstairs must be the place where the bank keeps their harder
robbing the
blocks.
bank?
Sir, you're not allowed to go up there.
Sorry, man. Got a bank to Okay, never mind. I was expecting to see places where I could buy flower pots and candles, but instead, there was just a massive box with a door.
Sir, this is a private vault for one of our most valuable customers. You have to leave immediately.
A private vault? I guess that might work.
You're not getting into this vault. No amount of money could make me open this door.
No amount of money? Man, this guy clearly has never heard of one of my bribes before.
Just stop. It's not even worth it. What?
What do you say you open the door now? I take it you don't see it backwards.
Dude, this is like the equivalent of going to a Carl's Jr. and saying put the money in the bag, and they're like, no. And then you whip out a tech deck and you do a fucking kickflip. And then you're like, what now, bitches? This is embarrassing. He should be embarrassed. If this works, I'm low-key a little tilted.
Okay, well, I have to let you in now.
Let's go. I still got it.
Please just don't take anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely not listening to that.
Sir, I just wanted to let you know someone got into your vault.
You're the only one who has access to it, so explain to me how that happened.
I mean, I'm sorry, sir, but he bribed me with a backwards 360. I had to.
A backwards 360? There's no one that can do a... No. No, how is this possible?
You know, someone told me something interesting about brewing stand jumps. They're not just difficult, but they can deal any potion effect you want. That's why I wish you the best of luck in this parkour battle, because if you don't make this jump, you're getting the slowness effect. I watched as Siwat tried to defend my attack, but he failed.
Whoa.
All right, now it's time for some answers. I need you to tell me how to beat the parkour champion.
You're crazy if you think I'm telling you that.
Yep, I thought you might say that. Let's see, 3 block. Oh, that's plenty. All right, one more chance to tell me, unless you want to defend another one of my attacks.
I think I can handle a 3 block.
All right, man. If you think you
with
can
the
make this
potion
jump
of
with
slowing,
slowness, be my guest. I'm just gonna let you know now that it's not possible. So in a couple jumps, you'll lose everything.
Okay, wait, don't. I'll tell you. Please, I like my life here.
Well, that was easy.
I knew he'd buckle.
I can't believe I'm telling you
Paper
this.
hands.
The champion uses barrier blocks to parkour. He's the only one that has any left.
He built his parkour jumps with barriers. That means I was right. The 5-block jump was impossible. He just used a barrier. Okay, wait. So if he uses barriers for his attacks, how do I defend against that?
Dude, if the parkour champion finds out about this, I'm gonna lose everything.
I don't care. Just tell me.
Fine. There's a secret rule in parkour battles that says if you build a harder jump than an opponent's attack, your opponent will have to do that jump instead.
That's how I beat him.
Oh. So it's like you're playing horse, and then one guy goes for a 3-point shot. And instead of hitting the 3-point shot, you go for a half-court shot. And then now you've stacked him. You've superseded. And then he could, if he wants to do, like he could do a full court shot and do it back at you, I assume. Oh.
Standing in front of me was the champion of parkour civilization. All right, let's go save everyone.
I should have known the old man would give his boots to you.
What? The old man?
Doesn't matter. You can try as many times as you want, but your fate remains the same.
The parkour god didn't just give me random champion boots, he gave me the old man's. He was the old parkour champion. Okay, this is a lot.
Oh, I was right. Then who's the parkour god? Is the parkour god the old man, or is that a different person?
To think about right now, I just gotta worry about defending this attack. Well, Siwat got me this far, but now it's time to see if he was really telling the truth. The champion's attack was technically only a 4-block jump with a barrier, so the parkour combo I was about to do should be harder. I countered with a 3-block 360 to a 3-block fence jump.
What?
The parkour champion looked confused, and suddenly his attack disappeared. It worked. It actually worked. The secret rule Siwat told me about was real, and now the champion has no choice but to defend my attack. Except just when I thought I had the upper hand in the battle, the champion pulled out barrier blocks. Instead of building my jump, the champion built some invisible parkour combo. The barriers were invisible, and I had no way of knowing what sort of parkour combo he built. But whatever it was better than my attack, and my attack was now erased. That only left me with one choice, and I would have to build something even harder. I didn't even know what the champion built, so I couldn't hold back on this next attack.
What is this?
I knew I had to risk it all. I pulled out a 180 vertical flower pot jump into a backwards 360 candle jump. And
holy shit. Pot 180 to pot up 1 into 360 pot backwards.
I
pot,
made it.
Plants,
the parkour champion's attack
Candle?
was erased.
I'm lost.
And he had no choice but to either try my attack or build a harder one. But the parkour champion wasn't phased, and he countered my attack with the hardest known jumps in parkour civilization. These were Neo jumps, and he did 2 in a row. Jumps where you have to jump around a block in midair. I knew I couldn't do these jumps, and this was not the time to try them. But the parkour champion set the bar high, meaning if my next attack isn't harder than his, I lose everything. But if I don't make this jump I'm about to build, my entire journey is over. But that means the same goes for the parkour champion. Any one of these attacks will do more than 10 hearts. That means I have to make this. The parkour god trusted me with these boots to save everyone. And for the first time in my life, I actually felt like I was worthy of them. That I was worthy of being the parkour champion.
That was ass. That was straight ass. Am I crazy? He just dropped doo-doo on the timeline. I mean, I wasn't. If that was round 1, don't get me wrong, I'm all in. I'm like, ooh. That's round 3. That's not harder than double Neos. Like, let's be fucking for real.
What? This shouldn't be happening.
I thought I had bested the parkour champion, but I was wrong.
This ends now.
The parkour champion built an attack that was directly over the void.
Either you go down, or we both go down.
This was the end. The parkour champion knew he lost the battle, so he built a jump
triple
that would
block?
take us both down. And there's nothing I can do to defend myself. I knew deep down that this was most likely my last jump in parkour civilization. But this time, I wasn't gonna give up. Parkour god, if you're watching me, please just give me the strength for one last jump. I didn't expect my feet to hit the ground again, but they did. And when I turned around, the parkour champion had fallen. I won. I actually won. It's over, right? I'm the new parkour champion. I'm supposed to be the one who can make the rules and save everyone. So how do I do that? But as I was standing there, something started to happen. My items in my inventory were gone, and I got teleported to the parkour temple. When I walked outside, I looked around, and I realized there was nothing above me. And that's when I remember something the parkour master said to me. He told me that the champion is the only one who knows the way up. I turned around and looked at the parkour temple, and where there was nothing before, there was now a way up to get to the top of parkour civilization. That means my journey wasn't done yet. I still had to make it to the top. I had always dreamed of this day, when I'd look up and I'd see nothing above me. But I never would have imagined what I'd have to go through to get here. Every jump I made and every jump I failed all led me to this point, to make it to the top of parkour civilization. And now I was here, and there was nothing, just pure emptiness and only the sky. I didn't have any idea of what to do until I saw a structure in the distance. I walked over and I saw blocks I've never seen before in parkour civilization. They were command blocks, and they were placed in front of a throne. I stepped up onto the throne and I got my pair of champion boots. But this time, they weren't someone else's, they were mine. It only makes sense that doing parkour on command blocks gives me the power to make the rules of parkour civilization. But before I start completely changing the entire rules of society, I needed to do something first. Well, I think it's time I give these back. I have a feeling you'll probably be needing them.
F-Bo, you did it. You saved us.
No, I didn't do anything. It was only possible because of you. And that's why I think you should be the champion. I don't know what to do with parkour civilization, but you are the champion. You know how to fix things. I just don't think I'm ready to be the— Whoa, what are you doing?
F-Bo, you think all of this was for me to become the champion again? I'm old, and you know parkour civilization better than I ever could.
Well, all right. I'm gonna need your help. With every 4-block jump on the command blocks, I can change the rules of Parkour Civilization. And with the help of the old champion, I'm not just gonna make things go back to the way they were. I'm gonna make things better than they ever were. Parkour was never about making or failing a jump. It was about getting up and trying again. The parkour god told me as long as you can parkour, there is always a way. And in my Parkour Civilization, people will always have a chance to try again.
There it is. The entire Parkour Civilization Season 1 movie. I gotta say, I understand why this has become a viral meme. Personally, I would have liked to see a couple of changes. Namely, I think they should have killed the old man as opposed to keeping him alive. I think that's part of the hero's journey, is having your mentor, maybe the former leader, die. It's a character growth moment, as opposed to, like, you know, a fucking companion that advises you or whatever. So I'm curious how they tackle that in the second movie. Interesting, bro. I mean, look, I've gone through a lot of Zoomer Gen Alpha media. All I gotta say, man, is I'm glad that there are still people churning out some fucking juicy Minecraft content. I didn't know it was going to take the throne post, you know, SMP era. And who knows? Maybe it is Parkour Civilization. By the way, did you know they only get one meal a day?